I finally found out TV Man Titan's plan. After a few weeks, I was able to figure out what the Titan's plan was. On top of that, I tried to find out the scientist's TV Man past and learn his history. It's no secret that the full 77th episode was very epic and intense and important for the story because there were such events as Titan's TV Man infection, as well as a very important flashback, and based on the full 77th episode today, we will assume that we will be expected in season 25 and 78th episode. So be sure to like and watch the video to the end so you do not miss the interesting details. I'm Super Cameraman, let's go. First, let's consider what fate awaits Titan's TV Man. We already had one example of infestation before him, namely Titan's Speaker Man. As we know, he was infected from episode 32 to 57, which is 25 episodes. It's possible that it won't be exactly the same situation with Titan's TV Man, and the number of episodes with his infestation won't be more than 10, because already now the episodes are taking a very long time to come out, and the show's viewers simply won't be able to wait that long before he's decontaminated. Now it is likely that Titan's Astro Toilet TV Man will be sent for repair and improvement because it is almost completely destroyed and can't give 100% usefulness. However, if Astro Toilets actually do that, it could be a critical mistake for them. Why? I'll tell you in a moment. As we know, the Titan Speaker Man was enhanced when it was under the control of the Skibidi toilets. However, after it was decontaminated, those enhancements were used against the toilets themselves, and since they were still in contact with the Astro toilets at the time, they most likely informed them of this situation, and now the Astro toilets will have to think twice before enhancing the Titan. However, if they do decide to improve it, they'll do it minimally. They'll probably max it out by adding a couple screens each, so that the enemy won't get much improvement in case of decontamination. I doubt the TV men will leave their Titan in the lurch. We once speculated that the TV mans are an alien race, which is why there are very few of them on Earth, because the rest of the force may be on another previously unknown planet. And in the event of something happening, Earth's TV mans could contact their allies in space to at least try to rescue Titan's TV man, who is a very strong and experienced fighter, and his loss is very serious. This, of course, could be a very plausible theory, but if there wasn't a full 77 episode. Because as we remember, in this scene we were shown the scientist's TV man as a human, which means that the TV mans are just as much agents as the cameramen. In episode 73, we find out that cameramen are robots with artificial intelligence. For example, the camera woman has Katie's intelligence, and the plunger man has Dave's intelligence. Similarly, with the TV mans, the TV man scientist is this Asian-looking man. But from here comes the question, why are the TV mans so much smarter, stronger, and with such advanced and not earthly technology? It's much simpler than that. To find out the answer to this question, we will need to look again at Camera Woman's memories. As we remember back then, Katie and Dave were doing some experiment with blue energy, but something went wrong and the camera footage was abruptly lost. There are two possibilities. Either it was a test recording for a few seconds, as Katie turned on the camera woman for the first time and showed it to Dave, or the recording was lost because of a failed experiment. And at the same time in Asia, probably in Japan, some scientist was also experimenting on something. Probably he was trying to create teleportation, because Japan has more advanced technology. And if the technology of robot agents was already available to all people on the planet, then in Japan, in addition to cameramen, other agents were created, I mean TV man. And they also incorporated the intelligence of these scientists. These scientists were much smarter than the others, because when the others were doing an experiment with energy, the scientists from Asia tried to create a teleport gate. But as we know, they failed, because in this scene, we see the error on the monitors and the whole failed experience, which kills the scientist because of the experimental smoke. Since the intelligence of these scientists was higher, their agents, the TV mans, were much smarter than the others, and after a while the TV mans began to evolve on their own and eventually were able to teleport the scientist. After that, the TV man, in addition to teleportation, were able to invent other technologies, which they recorded in this book. You can talk about the TV man for a long time, but does it make sense? Since these characters are little revealed and we know almost nothing about them, but if you get 5,555 likes on this video, I will ask Mr. Boom to give us some information about the TV mans from their past. As for Titan's Speaker Man, According to tvman scientist, the entire Speakerman race is now going to help the tvmen and the cameramen, who are very weakened due to the Astro toilets. So soon we will see new epic battles in which the Speakmen help the other races to retreat. Also, as you can easily guess, the tvmans will have to stay at the cameraman base for a while because their base is almost completely destroyed, and they're also missing a lot of necessary things, and somehow they'll just have to make peace with the cameramans, who they put on the back burner in episode 76 when they said that the samples are more important than this garbage. Also, let's not forget that the tvmans still have the Astro Juggernaut cannon, which we know has great power, and if we can embed this cannon in any of the Titans, it will be a huge success, and it will be possible to easily deal with most of the Astro toilets, except for Astro Mazur and Astro Duchess, because these two characters are very strong and well protected, and only Astro Juggernaut cannon will not be able to defeat them. Also, in the first extra scene, we were shown a scene in which two cameraman scientists and two Skibidi scientists were talking to each other, and maybe they will be able to create something new, something that will somehow help in the current situation. Although maybe they were discussing the improvement of the Skibidi scientist's mech suit, which is logical because he has almost no equipment, not counting those 3 lasers, but it's unlikely that they will improve the scientist's suit because it would be more logical to finish the G-Man Titans project in the end and finish his legs so that he becomes even stronger, and together with the scientist's Skibidi suit can replace the Titans for a while until they are fully recovered and emerge, and together they will be able to save Titan tvman and destroy 1/3 of the Astro toilets. Also, we should see Cameraman's lackey because we haven't seen him since season 24 when he was handcuffed by Detective Cameraman and taken for interrogation. It is possible that one of the additional scenes will be his interrogation, in which the secret agent himself may appear and offer his cooperation to the Alliance to defeat Astro toilets. But the probability of this is small, so it is possible that only the interrogation will be shown. But whether Detective Cameraman will be able to get the truth out of Red Cameraman remains a mystery. Also, we were shown Simp Cameraman riding in a wheelchair. Considering how much he's already been through and the fact that Dafook had his own plans for him, it's quite possible that he'll get improvements in the upcoming 78th episode, however closer to the 2nd or 3rd installment. Now let's talk about what tvman Titans' plan was. As we know, the Dafook boom showed the Titans' plan at the beginning of the first part of episode 77, thus showing that this is a very important event in episode 77. Then, in the full 77 episode, we saw a dialogue between Titan and the scientist tvman, where the scientist said that we have to hide on the base, as we have no other choice. The scientist tried to tell Titan that Astro toilets are very strong, as their technology is several times superior to Earth technology, to which Titan replies that
we have another choice. We need to collect more technology samples and develop improvements based on them, like we did before the invasion.
To which the scientist replies that now the situation is much more complicated. If the Astro toilets find us, they will get our technology and our world will end. To which Titan replies that
the world has already ended.
In the last episode, we saw that the plan of the tvman was partially fulfilled because the tvman started to collect samples. But it was not Titan who thought about it from the beginning, but the scientist together with the Big One when they found the remains of Detainer Astro in episode 72. So the plan to study the technology of Astro toilets belongs to tvman scientist. But what Titan was talking about at that moment? Wait a little while and you'll find out. At this point, Titan says that
it's not enough,
meaning that there are not enough samples. And in general, cameramen have more losses than benefits. And here's the most interesting part. Next, the scientist warns the Titan that if he leaves the base, the Astro toilets will direct the strongest toilets at him. Listen to Titan's response to this.
That's my plan.
So tvman Titan wanted the entire upper hierarchy of Astro toilets to go after him. But why? No, not because of tvman being arrogant and cocky. After all, his power was at its limit at this point, as he had been improving on the base all this time. So why did he want the strongest Astro toilets to come out at him? brace yourselves. The thing is, when TV Man said, "That's not enough," he thought, why not use the power of the Astro toilets against them? Titan knew that this would be a 100% lost battle, but still went for it for the sake of the Astro toilets technology. Yes, it is a very risky move, because he will lose all control over himself, and that his plan will work is only 50-50. He would not have had this plan if not for the previous example with Speakerman Titan, because as in the case of Speakerman, he will get new technology at the expense of skibidi toilets, and the agent still managed to save him. And knowing that the toilet seeing defenseless TV Man Titan would not have killed him, because by eliminating Titan, Astro would have gotten nothing except to get rid of Titan, and by infecting Titan, they took Titan from the Alliance and also added their troops. G-Man Titan knew that on their base there is a special teleportation of all personnel and technology, so it did not affect the words of the scientist that, if Astro get our technology, we will be doomed. Yes, the risks are much greater, but at the moment, to guarantee victory over the Astro toilets, you need to know their weak point, and then with a new weapon to aim at this weak point, and just G-Man should tell the Alliance about the weaknesses of Astro, and the Alliance in turn must create a weapon that can kill Astro toilets. And at the end, you can see my other theories. Please don't forget to like this video. This way you will give me the motivation to make more videos. I'm Super Cameraman. Bye-bye, everyone.